We're here. We are here. Welcome.
Wow, you're very cognizant of your surroundings.
Welcome.
It's been what, 3 weeks?
Well, for you, it's been 3 weeks.
For you, it's been like...
For me, it's been 2. Because we were off last week from our WDWpov live stream show because this guy had some 4-H stuff going on that had to happen.
Had to happen.
Couldn't avoid it. Couldn't reschedule it.
Haircuts, yes, those did happen.
Yes, we got haircuts. And any other differences you might notice? We'll see who happens to catch that first. Yes, but we did get haircuts.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
See what the heck is behind. I don't know what you're looking. I know what you're talking about.
I'm not sure what. I don't know what I'm talking about either.
Oh,
but we did get haircuts.
Who your co-host was.
Yeah, it's been a while. So last week we were off because of 4-H and some things he had to do. It was actually a goat handling clinic. So we still haven't even introduced the show. So welcome to the WDWpov live stream show. We're getting there. And this is already almost the end of July, July 26th. Can you believe that?
We basically took a month off. Well, I took a month off.
You did.
Oh,
you didn't even know yet. Yeah,
I didn't even look at your face.
Yes, he didn't look at me either. So you just gave a hint there as to what other thing may have happened since the last show.
What do you mean since the last show? Since the last 30 minutes?
In fact, about 15 minutes ago, actually, it just occurred.
Don't know what the heck he's talking about.
So I'm surprised nobody's figured that one out yet. But anyway, welcome to the show. Tonight is going to be sort of a hodgepodge night. We're going to be all over the place. Nothing unusual there. If you haven't shared this out to your friends or groups or all that kind of stuff, please do, because I actually only shared it out to a couple of places so far. I'm going to do one more here. There we go. And so, yeah, I've only shared it out to a couple of groups tonight. I did share it out. I got a handful of
off the rails. Yeah,
off the rails. But nobody said.
Nope. They did.
Did they?
2 people have now.
Where? I missed it. Yes, Mary. Yes, the mustache is gone. My non-existent upper lip is now visible. Yes, I have a very thin upper lip. Yeah, Katie. Boom. Yeah. So no more mustache, at least for now. This is the first time, I think, in your lifetime, have I ever not had a mustache?
Yes, it's happened at least 2 times before that I can remember.
2 times in the last 18 years.
Uh-huh.
When was the last time you remember?
I think a couple of years ago you did it.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't think so. Not that recent. Why?
At least when I was 15, maybe when I was 13 at the latest.
If I did, it was very short-lived.
And then maybe sometime when I was 8.
Yeah, but the only other couple of times I've really shaved my mustache and everything.
I remember it happening like 2 times.
Was like for Halloween, for a costume. Like one year I went as Data from Star Trek: The Next Generation. My face was all done up in, the white pasty makeup. And
yeah, you also went as Geordi LaForge.
I did go as Geordi LaForge one year as well. I had a homemade visor.
You better hope that picture doesn't get on the internet.
Jeez. I had a homemade visor. I made it myself. Had our own little, communicator button and everything.
Nobody cares.
No, they do.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, they do. And the visor actually looked pretty realistic. I'll have to show it sometime.
Yeah, because the visor that they made,
it wasn't
like
much
it was
better.
Made out of plastic and cardboard.
It wasn't much better than the one I did.
You think they cared about set design on those shows?
I got 2 hair bands. Those hair bands with the little pin things.
That's probably what the visor was.
I crisscrossed them together like that. Glued it together, put a little bit of foam backing on the inside so that it would press against my temples and hold it in place without killing my head. I did, and it looked really good. It really did. I have never ever seen my husband without a mustache. There you go. And that's been a long time, probably. Maybe 1-2 years? Maybe a few more. Where's he going?
Garbage can in here.
Yeah, right here. Okay, so he's throwing something out in the garbage. Thanks. That's good. You could just handed it to me.
Ew. It was in my mouth.
He had a little rubber band accident on his braces, which, by the way, are going to be coming off in what, about another month?
About
Another month. He'll be braces less. But yeah, I don't know, Mary, why I shaved. I'm not really sure. T9 says kissing a man without a mustache is like eating an egg without salt. I actually just gave my wife a kiss.
I think we can do without all the Cajun wisdom.
Cajun wisdom, yes. I just gave Patty a kiss right before the show started, literally a minute or so, probably about a minute and a half before the show started. So she was like, that's different. But yeah, T9, I'm not sure what it's like to kiss someone with a mustache, thankfully. So I can't reciprocate what that feels like on the other side. But here's the deal. I don't know why I shaved it exactly. My wife seems to think it will make me look younger. I don't know. If that's the case,
about the same.
I think so. If that's the case, did she think it was? I don't think she thought it was bland. I think she just thought it was different. I think she's looking forward to after the show tonight, to be honest. So, but what am I going to say?
Why am I here?
Why are you here? No, but my wife says she thinks it'll make me look younger. Might be better for job prospects. I don't know. Honestly, if you want to make somebody look young, I mean, I would have to like get rid of the gray on the sides. I'd have to dye my eyebrows and do all that.
You're not going to do that.
Maybe not till next week.
Great. You just gave away the difference next week.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, we'll have a little ongoing show. What's the difference? We'll have like a snapshot of this week's show, a snapshot of next week's show.
And then one week, the background will just be us.
That could, yeah.
And we won't actually be sitting here. It'll just be it'll just be a picture of us that you took of the screen, and then you'll put it up.
It'd be like a couple of mannequins sitting there, but it would just be the background shot.
It would just be under the table talking the entire time.
That would be good. Maybe I should shave my mustache. I need to look younger. Tina, I know I've met you. I don't think you had a mustache. Come on.
She had a mask on when you saw her.
That's right. Well, did we the whole time?
I thought so.
I think maybe. Yeah. It was during COVID, actually. Just a little under a year ago.
I hate when people categorize time periods like that.
Well, it was.
Technically, it's still going on, but nobody really cares anymore.
It was the mask period of COVID.
Even at that point, people were like, I'm not doing this anymore.
Okay. What's Jeff saying? That must have been great data 1 year and and LaForge the next. I think it was
CDR LaForge. I think you meant Jordy, but
or it could be commander. Well, he wasn't a commander, but he was
lieutenant commander.
Lieutenant commander. Yeah. There's a Star Trek Next Generation channel 24/7 on Pluto streaming. Yeah, we're watching it right now. I'm actually getting him to watch some episodes.
Barely.
He's watching it to some extent. But I haven't watched it in years, so I started watching them on Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Amazon Prime.
Yes, this is what we've been doing instead of watching anything on Disney Plus.
We've been watching back and forth. We've been watching Disney Plus, which we'll talk about during the show tonight, and some Star Trek: The Next Generation. We're almost at the end of season 3 right now, with the big Borg season finale episode coming up here in a couple of shows.
Ruined it.
Well, you're going to see it. It's on in a couple of shows. Okay, so what are we here for? I don't know. We're here to have fun. We're here to
honestly,
have fun.
I can't think of what we're going to talk about.
I actually have some stuff. Look, it's written. I got to cover that.
No, they can't see it.
You can't see it, but it's.
They can't see it.
You can't see it. That's they might be able to see the print. Nope.
See it. Nope. There it is.
This is my little Post-it note that has notes.
They literally cannot see it,
and you can't see it. That's really cool. Yeah.
Can they see this card?
I don't know. You could try that one too. Nope, that
one's completely gone.
So you can't see our show notes,
See, that's a good strategy.
I like that. So if I have show notes, I'll just put them on this kind of thing, and you can't see them.
Let's see here. Okay. Okay.
That's good.
Nobody knows that
No.
I'm looking at holding a piece of paper.
You look
I just
like
look
you're
crazy.
you're just holding your hand up like this. But
Uh-huh.
he's actually holding a actual note card.
Nobody can tell.
That's good. I like that.
It's like
that.
holding up a cue card, except you're not looking off screen.
As long as you don't do it like this. Okay, now my next thing. But when you're holding off to the side like that, that's good. I like that.
As long as you hold in the right position.
Yeah,
and I don't do this.
Yeah, you don't want to do that. You just like, yeah, that's cool though. I like that. So you could do that, and so.
And everyone thinks you're insane.
Reading invisible notes. I like that. That's good. Okay, so tonight let's talk a little bit about a couple of news items that have happened over the past days, weeks. We haven't been, like he hasn't been on for 3 weeks. I haven't been on for 2. 2 weeks ago, though, by the way, if you get a chance, yes, news happens. If you get a chance, go back to our show from 2 weeks ago. Watch it if you didn't get a chance to. We had Tom Nabby, Disney legend Tom Nabby on the show. Talked to him for a long time.
I bet he was about as interesting as I am.
No, he was a little more interesting. he had a few good stories to tell. The guy actually walked along the monorail beam, like from the Contemporary over to, I think it was the transportation center area.
That's quite a walk.
Or maybe it was even to the Polynesian. I'm not sure.
That's quite a walk.
Yeah, walking along the beam.
I wouldn't want to walk on that now.
No, I wouldn't either. But it was before
I'm still afraid it's going to crumble under me as I'm on the monorail.
It was before they had things running, and he had to get from one place to the other. He walked along the beam.
Well, I mean, it was probably faster than actually getting a car or something.
It probably was. But that's crazy. That's crazy stuff. But yeah,
did he have harness?
Get a chance. No, he just walked along the beam. He had some other crazy stories, and
some fold have no sense. What?
What's that? Some fool. I'm sorry, the folks or fools. I'm guessing one or the other. But yeah, it was interesting talking to him, getting to talk to an actual Disney legend. It was like a couple of hours he was on with us. So yeah, no lack of stories from him. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about a few things that just happened. Like I just got this. Let me see if I could share this right now. I just got this email a little bit before the show started. Maybe let's remove that. There we go. Let's add that. I'll pop that back so we can sort of still see us too. This just came in my inbox in my email within the last, I don't know, you can probably see by the email there. I can't see it myself because it's small on my screen. Here we go. Yeah, it just came at 5:20 this afternoon. D23 announced Destination D23 happening November 19 through the 21st at Walt Disney World Resort.
I don't have McAfee.
What's that?
I'm checking my emails now. I'm just like, I don't have McAfee.
If you are a D23 member, you have a shot at going to this. It's going to happen on Thursday, July 29th from 10 a.m. Pacific time to 1 p.m. or 1 p.m. I'm sorry, starting at 10 p.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. 10 a.m. Pacific. Man, I can't get this. 1 p.m. Eastern time. So if you are a gold member, you can try to, do that. I think it's like $99, I think, for a gold membership. Good luck on trying to get a gold membership because it's actually been years. We have tried off and on to send in for membership, and they seem to lose people's requests all the time. I don't know why. But finally this year for Father's Day, my wife got a membership for me that she pre-purchased. All I had to do was click a link and I got it. I got on there. And actually, I think my D23 package, they send you a welcome package. I just saw the tracking for it today. It got to our local post office this afternoon. So my guess is it should show up at our house tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a box opening or something.
What do they ship it through?
It's like this. I think it's Pony Express.
Ooh. How does that still exist?
It's no, it was a DHL package. Actually, they send it. It goes from here to here to here to here to here to here, and then finally gets to your
Don't you have
post
to
office.
do all your dining reservations one day at a time?
Do you? I didn't think so. Why?
When you're, I don't know.
What's T9 saying? Oh, I have just remembered I have to make dining reservations in the morning. Does anybody know if I can do all 10 days or do I literally have? I thought that once you hit it, what is it, the 60-day mark? Is that tomorrow? Really? Is it really? Oh my goodness, T9. That's tomorrow? Holy mackerel. I think ours probably.
You do them all at once. Mary
Yeah,
says.
you can do it. Once you hit your 60-day mark for your first day on site, you can do whatever you want as far as reservations, dining wise. So that's weird.
I think our next piece of Disney memorabilia should be this.
What's that? Oh, jeez. You're going to show them that?
It's not going to show up very well.
No.
And then they're all going to start bidding on it.
Yeah, they might. Yeah, he's got some Disney memorabilia, some Nintendo. What was Jeff Haas saying there? It's tough to join D23. My membership expired. I have their phone number. Hope to renew. Yeah, it was. I don't know why it's so tough to join. I mean, it's like they just don't have a great computer system or something. Maybe I should help them out. Yeah, for some reason though, it's weird. Why you just it takes forever to get a D23. For them to take your money. I mean, we tried to give them money several times.
Quite honestly, we probably shouldn't highlight these people's comments anymore.
Why is that?
Comments like this, we should have to make them pay to put up that much text. Mary literally paid us $5 to put up barely a sentence.
I know. But anyway, so if you're a D23 member, this could be fun.
I mean, I
could be
be
interesting.
I could make them an offer too.
Disney parks, experiences, products, Disney Plus, performances by DiCapella.
Capella?
No, DiCapella.
DC Pella?
DC.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
I don't know. DiCapella. DiCapella.
The magical world of
Encanto.
Chanto and Santo.
Encanto, I think it is. All new exhibit by Walt Disney Archives, exclusive shopping, and more stuff
Mickey's
to be announced.
Of Glendale.
Mickey's of Glendale. So anyway, that was interesting. It was an interesting piece of email. Just got it less than 3 hours ago. So yeah, okay. Yeah, and that's the thing. Okay, dining, yeah. I'm looking at my reservations here, and technically we should have already started doing ours because I think ours is the 24th we're arriving. And again, folks, we got some very big question marks whether it's going to happen or not. But the reservations are there. We didn't do any dining reservations though yet, although we technically could have 2 days ago. So thanks for the reminder though, T9. I cannot believe that's only 60 days out. Unbelievable. So what else do we want to talk about? Do you want to talk about anything else? Something else here. Hold on a second. Something else that I thought was very interesting. Or dinner, or rather. She got Topolino for breakfast and lunch, or dinner, actually. Not sure which. But something else that I thought was of interest. If I could share the screen here for a moment. Don't want to do that. Let's do that. If I can find it here. Is that the right one? I think this is it right there. Ba-boom. Okay. Okay. So T9 is the 25th. So yeah. So today, technically, I guess we could start dinner reservations. Maybe we could do that. We probably should do that. And then if need be, hopefully they stay. Hopefully we can do them. Okay. So this is also happening. Now, it's been a long time, but Disney cruises are starting in August, just a couple of weeks from now. I think August 9th, is the first day of. Are you even here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm hearing exactly everything you're saying. I'm checking the comments off.
The Disney cruises starting in just a couple of weeks. And I was just, for fun, I was actually on the site.
We can't say that word.
I have to hog tie, and he's making don't want to go noises because of the COVID variants. Well,
he might as well make those noises for the rest of his life.
Okay, T9, here's the deal. If our plans fall through for whatever reason, you take that RV, you swing by our house, come pick us up. Okay. Yeah, that's probably what we're going to, I hope we don't have to do the second part though. That's the issue. So we'll do the first part, hope not to do the second part. But I think we have till August 24th, 26th, something like that, to finish paying off or pay off the entire trip. So that's what we're dealing with. You got a park reservation for 10. Which park, Mary? Which park are you doing? What's
this
that?
Person's got a Mr. Spell listed for $500.
A Mr. Spell for $500. God, show them.
Plus free shipping or best offer.
Is it as seen on Toy Story?
Sadly, it doesn't look like it actually lets you spell stuff.
Is it a fake one? That's no good. He's looking
either
up
that
stuff.
Or it has pre-printed things that you can put in it.
So Mary has reservations for Magic Kingdom on the 1st. Hey, BDF, how's it going out there? Glad to see you joining the fun for tonight.
Buy it. It's $500.
Well,
or best offer.
Or best offer. Yeah. So he's looking all kind of stuff up on eBay. He's been, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, we actually, Mary, we have reservations for Magic Kingdom on the 1st. Also, we're tentatively, and I'm saying this again, tentatively, assuming we make it down there, trying to make some arrangements with another group out there that you guys probably know that
you need to whisper this into my ear so I know what the heck you're talking about.
Another group out there that you guys may be aware of that I'm involved with, podcast out there.
Okay, I think I caught on.
We got a lot of people that are going to Magic Kingdom on 10/1. Mary, that's
10/1, 10/2.
10/2. I wish we could be at Epcot on 10/2. Unfortunately, our last day is 10/1. Unless we can somehow rearrange our first few days, drop them off and add it to the end. But I doubt that's going to be possible at this point.
It's only $84 plus free shipping.
Hi, Holly. I know. I'm saying hi. I didn't see.
We can neither confirm nor deny that statement, Mary.
That may or may not be. Yes. It's not an official.
That is, in fact, possibly is not.
But could possibly be. Maybe, definitely is.
There may or may not be, but definitely is some truth in that statement.
Very early stages. So we're hoping, thinking maybe something at Disney Springs on the 30th, Thursday, the 30th. That's possibly the plan for a meetup. So it would be like a combined meetup with POV, with WDWpov, with the Disney podcast, Disney Couples podcast / maybe the thing that Mary just mentioned.
Anyone else?
I'm not saying it officially because it's
anyone else
not completely figured out.
Anyone
yet,
else
so.
I need to know about?
What's that?
Anyone else I need to know about?
No, not specifically.
Not specifically, or
that's what I know so far. So, so that's where we're at.
All right, BDF. I honestly couldn't care less.
You couldn't care less.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, to him, it might be a big deal.
Well, quite honestly, I couldn't care so much that I literally don't care whatsoever.
Okay. Well, it could be a big thing because some people can't go out and do things without certain things.
That's a decent point.
Yeah. It's a big, decent point, especially in the world we live in today.
Yeah, so those are mandated by people.
Disney Cruise Lines, though, starting up in just a couple of weeks. Prices aren't horrid. I mean, it depends on when you go. If you go in the next month, this was like a price for 4 people. I was looking at it for like 4 people because we have 4 people that would probably go. $25.92. That's not bad. I mean, that includes your food, that includes the entertainment, except for some of the special stuff. But, 4 people for 3 nights on a cruise, going to Castaway Cay and in Nassau for $25.92. I don't think that's horrible. Maybe it's just me. And I think if it were but those are like if you go in January. Okay. But if you go next month, I think it's more around $3,500, something like that. But just the fact that they're starting the cruise lines again, I'm excited. I mean, I'm excited personally because that's just one more step back to normalcy, I hope. Although
we know how Disney is.
Next week we could find out everything's closed again. So who knows? Just
makes comments.
Keep your fingers crossed, pray about it, hope it doesn't happen, hope things keep going in a positive, good direction. So, T9 says she can't go places in January. Well, we've been to Castaway Cay at the end of February. The water is definitely chilly, but the weather is very nice. So, it's like temperatures are up in the 80s, mid 80s, maybe even hit 90. And we were on Castaway Cay and you get in the water and it's like, like that kind of thing. But once you get in it, you get used to it. It's not so bad. Mm-hmm. And the colors of the water are just amazing. When you're looking at the water from the boat, it's just like, oh, beautiful.
Okay, just check them
You're looking at that again. So
I didn't check.
We've talked about the D23 announcement. We talked about the Disney cruises. I can't even read my own writing again here. That. You want to talk? We'll talk a little Disney Plus and stuff shortly.
Disney Plus and stuff.
Disney Plus and stuff. HR puffin stuff. It talks about Disney Plus and stuff. Okay, so it's whatever. But we're going to talk about Behind the Attractions. That's a pretty cool show. And Disney Plus in general. Some of the stuff that's been out.
The narrator is very grating, though.
He does not like the narrator, though. But tell you what, we're going to talk a little bit of Disney today in Disney history.
All right, I'll let you cover the bad news.
This is a different type of day, and I'm not even sure why I'm doing it, but I'm going to do it. Jeff Bates is out there. Jeff, nice to see you, Jeff. This guy does all kind of stuff. Very great creator out there. Love to see him out doing all kind of fun stuff. What's exactly what I thought of telling her. Okay. The HR puffin stuff thing. Yeah, that was a little off key here.
I don't even know what it's a reference to, but I knew of it.
It's like a drug induced show from back in the 70s. Very, very odd show. Anyway, nice to have you, Jeff. If you want to, you can even pop your thing on there if you want to pop something, about one of your, you've got so many shows. I can't even keep track of them all.
It's only $84.
What, are you still looking at this stuff on eBay? He's looking
it's
at
only $84.
What is it though? What is it though?
It's a game and watch.
It's a game and watch.
And watch.
It's a Nintendo.
Which just took me today to realize the name.
It's called a game and watch, and he didn't understand why it was called a game and watch. It's because, and he's even told me, he said, this thing, it's a game
and it has a watch
and it has a watch function. And then today he's like, I'm an idiot. He goes, I just figured out what game and watch means. It's a game and it's a watch. Oh my goodness. Took him all this time until he just figured it out. But yeah, he's looking at all kind of stuff on eBay. The one he's looking at now is some Nintendo game, handheld that has a Mickey Mouse on it. Yeah, it's a Mickey Mouse edition. Are you looking for it? Okay. He's going to try and pop it up on the screen for you. What's that? I never dawned on me until this minute that HR puffin stuff was drug induced. That does explain a lot. Yes, it does. I think it was drug induced. I mean, that thing was just crazy. It was crazier than most of our shows are. Okay, he's still working on trying to get this thing on the screen. But so we're going to talk about today in Disney history. and it is a website that I've brought on the show numerous times. And I think this is an important one to bring on today. And for some reason, I don't have it on my main screen. Okay, where is it? Give me that. You do that. Get that on there. And while you do that, I'm going to look for my screen.
This has an alarm in it too.
Go ahead, bring it up on the screen.
I'm trying to get it.
Come on.
Give me a second. We also have the Mickey and Donald variant. I'm working on it.
All you got to do is go to there, add it,
And
share it, and you do share it.
Where do you go to do it? Share?
Big witchy poofing. Mary's like, I have to post a map I found. It is a map of the Magic Kingdom from 1975. It was from my parents' first trip together. My mom marked all the attractions. Oh, that's cool. That is really cool, Mary. Yeah, you got to get that. Or if you want to message it to us, and maybe we can pop it on the screen for you.
No, you don't understand. It's widescreen.
This is a widescreen.
Widescreen.
Wow, look at that. Game and Watch. Now, why was
with
it called,
an alarm?
Why is this thing called a Game and Watch? Could you please explain that?
Possibly that right there.
Because it's a game and a watch. Is that what it is?
It's a possible explanation, I believe.
Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I'm going to bring this down here. Pull it over here. I'm doing all kind of stuff. He's doing stuff. We're all trying to figure this stuff out. I'm pulling this over here, so now I can share this other screen.
This is the Mickey and Donald version. You got a weird control thing on one side to control Mickey, and one on the other side to control Donald.
Did we already talk about your face?
That was covered very early
on.
on.
Face did come up. My face did come up. It took a while though, till he didn't even know. It was funny because we were like a few minutes into the show, and then he looked at me and was like, did a double take.
There's even a panorama one.
No mustache, gone. Yes, it actually was a game and a watch. And you can probably, I don't know if you can.
There's a panorama one.
Oh my goodness. This kid's just, that's all you're thinking about. That's all he's been thinking about are these Game and Watches and Nintendo
but
this,
they're
Nintendo
cool.
that.
They're
all
cool.
He's been looking at. Okay, so let's pull up this. I'm going to do this.
Hey, at least I'm not pretending to care about Disney.
What? You mean you're pretending?
Well, at this point, a lot of about Disney I'm kind of over.
What do you mean?
If I'm being honest.
About what?
I just lost my interest over time.
Really?
Well, in the past couple of years, they definitely have. When they put out a good movie, you really notice. When they put out a bad movie, you're like, okay, that happened again.
Well, everybody has bad movies.
Yeah, but it's been consistently bad in the past 5 to 10 years now.
Wow. I don't know about that. There've been some. No, the live action stuff, remake. Yeah, I'm getting a little tired of that.
Every company's been doing remake.
Yeah, gives me that. Okay, so here's the deal. Today in Disney history, and this website, like I said, I brought it up on a number of occasions, and it's basically, this day in Disney history, .com basically is what, if you ever want to go and take a look and see what's out there, it's fun to see and see what's going on. Now, today is a bit of an up and down day, mostly down. And you'll see why here in a few minutes. So we're going to start through. I'm going to try and go through these quickly. So 1910, animator Kenneth Muse is born in North Carolina. Okay, very good.
Does Marcus still like Walt Disney World? Well, they're losing me.
I know, because you don't. What is it? Because The Rock messed up?
I didn't say it was The Rock.
I know it wasn't The Rock. I know I'm being funny because somebody posted on another Disney page.
I've left pretty much every Disney group you invited me to,
said,
except for our own.
I don't see anything
either.
I don't think you look at our own.
I barely look at our own.
But somebody posted, and they're all mad about The Rock because The Rock changed the Jungle
I don't
Cruise.
think it was The Rock.
No,
I think it's the stupid new Imagineers.
It was all part of the transition.
They're losing me too. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank goodness I'm not the only one.
Yeah, I am a traditionalist. I'll just put it that way.
Sure you are.
I don't like a lot of change.
Sure you are.
I don't mind change when it is definitely better, but I don't like change just for the sake of change. Or never mind. 1910. So Kenneth Muse is born in North Carolina. He helped animate The Sorcerer's Apprentice. He, animated the I've Got No String sequence in Pinocchio. A lot of cool stuff this guy did. Keep that name in mind, though. Kenneth Muse, born in 1910. One of your favorites, 1921.
And speaking of
National Radio Hall of Famer,
change,
Gene Shepard.
Speaking of pointless change,
voice of the father in Disney's Carousel of Progress. Okay, so you don't want. Okay, so you're upset because they have talked about.
What do you mean they have talked about? They are.
They said they're changing that, and who's doing it?
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Not a bad choice. I mean, if you're going to make a choice, he's not a bad choice. But did you know? He wasn't the first one.
Yeah, I know. He was.
1994 is when they updated it. They updated that final futuristic
the more modern
scene.
era, yeah.
That now is like dated and beyond belief. But they updated that and had him, call him Shep. They had him do the redone voice for the father character. So we've been there before they changed it.
I haven't.
1994, they added that same.
I haven't.
I know you haven't, but I'm just saying it's not like this guy has been doing it forever.
Did I go when I was like -10?
But so this guy hasn't been doing it forever, or hadn't done it forever.
But he sounded enough like the original guy.
But you like them. You like him better, and you're not happy that Tom Hanks is doing the remake. I get that. But I just wanted you to know, 1994, so it hasn't been a forever thing. Okay.
I'm aware.
Okay, so I'm going to skip on through here a little bit. Actress Helen Mirren is born today. There you go.
Disney's animated
Alice in Wonderland premiered in England
today. Did not have very good critical success upon release.
Yeah. Fess Parker and Walt Disney were on the cover of a magazine. That's nice. Kevin Spacey, we'll skip that one. He was born today. We'll ignore that one. Jeremy Piven was born today. I'm not really even sure. Whatever. He was in Entourage. I've never watched that show. Always heard about it. Never watched it. 1971, game show host. Okay, great. This is, okay, now it starts going really downhill from here. 1978, artist, animator, and designer Mary Blair passes away at age 66. Didn't realize that she was that young in California. Obviously, you guys know Mary Blair did all kind of artistic stuff and design for Disney, Disneyland, Disney World. She had did features, feature film Saludos Amigos, Three Caballeros. She also created the characters designs for Disneyland's It's a Small World. I didn't know this, though, that she also did them for the fiesta scene in El Rio del Tiempo in the Mexico Pavilion at World Showcase. Now, she had passed away in 78. World Showcase didn't open until October 1st, 82.
So Epcot open day was
82.
Uh-huh.
So that was 4 years before.
When I thought Epcot tomorrow, whatever, like the first area of Epcot opened slightly before the World Showcase.
But no, I mean, it opened on October 1st. Officially opened October 1st. And they did have, I'm pretty sure the Mexico Pavilion was one of the original pavilions.
I think I'm pretty sure it is.
Yeah, it is. It is. So anyway, but she didn't get to see that. She passed away 4 years before it actually opened up. And then obviously the large mosaic in the Contemporary Resort. So Mary Blair passed away today, 1978. We're going to skip that one because this is, again, things get bad from this point on pretty much. Yeah, live action, unidentified flying oddball. Nah, that's bad stuff. Parent Trap 2, made for TV. Who cares? Okay. Do you remember earlier I mentioned that Kenneth Muse was born on this day in 1910? Kenneth Muse passed away on this day in 1987 on his birthday. Is that horrible? Would you want? Oh my goodness.
Well, you know, you died at almost an exact age.
Pretty much. I mean, 1910 to 1987.
I mean, I don't know how much closer you could get to actually dying the moment you were born.
I don't either. But so, doesn't that? Oh my.
So that way you know for sure what age they were.
Yeah. So Kenneth Muse, born on this day, died on this day. Wow. Now, and this gets even sadder now. I'm skipping that one. Who cares about that? But this one, 1993, Marcia Lake Garner.
Nobody's actually listening anymore.
The second female voice of Minnie Mouse passed away on this day.
And then nothing happened for 9 years.
Well, on this day anyway. So, that's sad. That's a sad thing. Okay, so you've got one of the voices of Minnie Mouse dying on this day. This was bad news here. Disney's Country Bears is released nationwide.
Country Bears.
Yeah, the Country Bears movie was released on this day. Dark day indeed, in 2002. Lizzie McGuire. Okay, she's nice. I like her. And then we get the Disney legend Buddy Baker died on this day. And again, Buddy Baker did all kind of things, and he died on this day. Well, that's not good.
2005, some decent news, I guess.
Well, there's some decent news. Sky High original soundtrack released.
Who cares?
Stage musical Little Mermaid, Pixar documentary, encore.
Nobody cares.
Disney Channel's. Oh, this is really bad news. 5.86 million viewers tune in to watch Disney Channel's 3D concert film Hannah Montana and Miley Cyrus. That's really bad news.
That's the Both Worlds concert.
Oh my goodness, that's bad news. That's horrible. Star Tours 2010. This was the last day that the original version of Star Tours took place in Disneyland. And again, we'll sort of tie that into that behind the attractions thing, which we watched the Star Tours version episode of that last night. Saturn Wars, don't really care. Okay, so we had a Minnie Mouse voice person die today. We have another voice actress and comedian Patricia Patty Deutsch. Oh no, I'm sorry. Wait. No, I'm jumping ahead of myself here. Yeah, Patty Deutsch died today. Used to be on Match Game, stuff like that. And she was in The Emperor's New Groove, Emperor's New School, Kronk's New Groove, Monsters Inc. A lot of voiceovers for her. Voice actress June Foray, Rocky and Bullwinkle and that stuff. She passed away today. But this is it. I mean, seriously, 2019, Russi Taylor, another Minnie Mouse voice person.
Well, I mean, there was some good news. The final episode of a pretty crappy show aired.
Jeez.
The final episode, granted, but that means the show actually existed.
So we had not one, but two Minnie Mouse voice characters pass away on this day.
I just thought we'd get all the grieving out of the way at once.
I mean, it's just, I don't know.
So that way we're not spending 2 days every year grieving.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, that's sad. It's not good. It's not good. So this is a bad day. A few good things, but for the most part, I'd say this is probably, if you're looking at this day in Disney history, this one would be on a scale of 1 to 10. To be down like a 1 or a 2, if that, because all the bad news that happened today. So anyway,
you need to get over yourself.
What? I need to get over myself?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Did you know these people personally?
I did not know these people personally. Do I have to know them personally to have some feeling for the people, the families, just the fact that they passed away on this day?
Mean that I'm not sounding like a completely heartless, terrible person, but
I think you are.
But not necessarily. No one's going to care when I die, except for close family members, I'm guessing.
You never know. If you become famous, maybe you'll be on some web page years and years from now.
That I made myself.
That you made yourself and said, I died on this day. Okay.
Well, I mean, I'll try to program something to say as soon as death certificate gets passed to put in this day and time.
Oh my goodness. I need a drink. Gaston, and your hair's turning fuzzy.
That was more your fault. How have we covered this for like an hour?
I don't know. So I'm going to check
really
that
much,
off.
there wasn't really that much to talk
I'm
about.
checking that off. Okay. So do we want to talk about Disney Plus shows that we've seen over the past weeks that we haven't gotten to talk about?
I don't know.
Do we want to talk about the Star Wars one?
What Star Wars one?
The one we watched last night.
I mean, I was half paying attention. They were losing me like halfway in.
Why is that?
Once it started talking about like not Star Tours, which was what the episode was titled.
Right.
And they just started talking about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge.
Well, I think what
And
they were
Star
doing
Wars
was
in
trying
general.
to do that as a comparison to say, this is how immersive things are now, but it started with this. This is where this came from.
Yes, we watched without you. Who cares?
What's that? Oh, yes, we did. You can watch it again. We can watch it again. I'd watch it again. And that just jumped on. All right. And that from the Jersey Shore. And you know what? You just missed it. I literally just did this right there. Gaston. So I had to do that for Annette. And I'm a little thirsty, by the way, as well. But but did you like the episode other than I know you don't like the narrator.
No,
She's annoying. She was annoying.
She's getting.
She
starts out fine, but she gets annoying over time a lot more.
She does a lot
Her
of
voice gets very grating, and then over time she's just annoying.
She does a lot of. I mean, they had her say a lot of bad jokes, just stupid jokes, almost Jungle Cruise type jokes
when they're talking about the Jungle Cruise.
See, Mary's saying it,
but for every single episode,
I feel like she's and
they're not even as good as the Jungle Cruise jokes.
Yeah, no, they're not. I feel like she talks to the audience like we're just a bunch of little kids that don't know anything. I mean, I get it. You know, there's going to be kids watching the show too, but you got to remember you're talking to adults, and a lot of adults
like
are
who's paying for this service,
right? Who's paying for?
Who would actually be interested in these old attractions that they actually went on and would like to know how they were made?
Yeah.
You know, the ones that actually went on them when they first opened.
Talk to us like we're at least, you know, maybe.
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Yeah, no, 6th grade or higher. Something.
Explain it to me like I'm 5.
Okay.
Even Mary agrees with the narrators and that. Thank goodness.
I know. So
can't believe I'm like 2 for 2 on people agreeing with me on stuff.
What was the other thing?
Walt Disney World is losing me.
Oh, yeah.
Tina
was saying that. Yeah. But I thought it was a good show. It was interesting.
When the narrator wasn't talking continuously.
I just like
when the interview scenes.
Right. Oh my goodness. Talk about that. I mean, how dull and dry for somebody who created Star Wars, basically.
I was at Disneyland the second day it opened.
That's about how he says it. George Lucas has got to be one of the driest personalities.
Did you watch the prequel trilogy of Star Wars? You should already understand how he directs people.
George Lucas was just like a wet noodle on the interview portion of the show. It's just like, yeah, just like he said, you know, yes, I was at Disneyland
the second day
it opened.
I love Disneyland.
Yeah, I love Disneyland. I think Tomorrowland needed some improvement. That was about it.
I think people are going to love Jar Jar.
Misa no like Jar Jar. Yeah, so George Lucas, episodes 4, 5, and 6, wonderful job.
Well, he had people proofreading his scripts and giving him details.
1, 2, and 3.
He had no one.
Yeah.
He had no one.
7, 8, 9. He wasn't really involved in as much.
Yeah, instead we got J.J. Abrams.
And we get J.J. Abrams.
What's his name? And then J.J. Abrams again.
Yeah. And it was like watching 3 completely disparate motion pictures that had nothing to do with each other.
And it was like one of them was a Star Trek movie made by J.J. Abrams. One of them was a terrible science fiction movie. And then one of them was like trying to clean up the mess and sweep it under the rug of the last movie and failed miserably while trying to do it.
You didn't like the Princess Leia
floating thing? It could have made sense, but it looked awful.
Just floating back to the ship.
But here's the thing. It could have worked. It just looked awful the way it happened.
It did. And they just about killed off every single character in the rebellion on that show.
Yeah, we're getting off topic.
I know we are. But that's
But
normal.
this is what happens whenever we bring up Star Wars.
And Katie agrees. She does agree.
Like even the prequels were more aware of what was okay and not okay to do.
Yeah. So, but I did. I enjoyed, and I know Katie's mentioned that she's watched all the episodes. I'm sure some of you out there have watched
2.5.
All of the
1.5
behind the attraction episodes. I've only seen 2 so far.
I've watched like 1.5 with how I'm actually watching these things.
Yeah, he's sitting there playing with his Game Boy or whatever.
And I just don't. I'm like, okay, I'll watch the actually interesting stuff.
I'm sorry, the Switch. He's playing with the Switch.
I'm playing with something most likely.
Yeah. So,
like the old stuff, yeah, I'm interested in. The new stuff, not so much.
What do you mean?
When they started talking about Galaxy's Edge.
You started tuning out when they talked.
The coolest thing was how they set up the one attraction.
Yeah, that was cool. Although not the best ride in the world, I gotta say, but
quite honestly,
it's
boring any other time. The second time you go on it.
Yeah, Mary's saying she needs to watch the other ones. Only watch the Jungle Cruise. Yeah, we watched the Jungle Cruise, and I watched the Star Wars one so far. Haven't seen the other 3.
Quite honestly, I couldn't care less how they made the Haunted Mansion.
He doesn't care. He doesn't.
But I do care about is that a guy actually got a gun on it in Disneyland and shot a hole in a wall.
They've got guys shooting each other. Yeah.
No.
Oh no. Yeah,
the guy actually got a gun on the attraction and shot a wall.
You're right. But no, there's that scene where they've got the 2 guys.
The 2 portraits dueling.
Yeah, the portraits dueling at each other. But
can't put that on an attraction these days.
Yeah, I'm waiting for that one to be nixed because it's showing violence.
Well, Jungle Cruise still has a monkey with a gun.
So far.
And also the cast members or the crews, your guides still have a gun too.
Here's the thing. Yeah, well, so far.
What is their signal thing going to change to?
It's got to be something different.
No, it doesn't.
It has to be.
No, it doesn't.
Well, it's funny because a lot of the stuff on the Jungle Cruise episode were already becoming obsolete because they've changed a lot of the stuff that they showed on the actual episode of the Jungle Cruise behind the attraction.
All the interesting stuff they got rid of.
But the thing that I thought was cool, jumping back to the Star Wars one, was the Millennium Falcon ride. Which, even though not the best ride per se, but the way they did it, where they actually you get on it, and while you're on the ride, it's actually rotating. It's like a wheel of like the carousel of progress is how they explain it.
I bet I know how they do it.
And it spins around while you're on the ride, clicks as each person is loaded and unloaded, loaded, unloaded.
I think I know how they do it.
And then you get unloaded at a different location.
They have that one scene in the halfway point where you crash down in that thing and you're stuck for about a minute or so almost.
Okay.
That's when they're probably loading and unloading people.
Could be.
During the turnstile.
Well, but it looks like they're doing, no, it didn't look like it was more than just one time though. It looks like you start here and then it's click, 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 click around the wheel. And then you get to the point.
Yeah, but I'm saying the one spot in particular is probably one of the bigger areas where that happens. Like they have stopping points along the way.
Yeah.
And that's probably one of the major ones they thought of.
So I wonder what happens, like if the ride gets stuck as it's doing this rotating.
How do they get people off?
They would have to, eventually they'd get it fixed. But my question is, does your ride last longer because maybe it took a little longer to load a group and unload a group? So does that just make your video presentation last longer? Do they make the ride last longer for you if that happens?
I don't know.
Or do they just stop the video portion of it and your ship's just sitting there in dead space or something?
All I know is that's like the one cool thing about it at this point, and the rest of it is kind of boring anytime you go on it now.
I mean, when
If
we
you've
went
been
on
it once,
we went on it three.
You have
three
to go on
times.
it at least 2 times to get the full effect, because the first time you go on, you're going to stink at everything.
Yeah.
And then the second time, you'll be like, I'm still not good at this, but I've seen everything there is to see now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like next to impossible to get a score higher than 2 of those things.
Yeah, we did the third time, though.
And then
the third time we got, what was it, 3 or something, 3 or 4?
But the shooting just isn't fun. You're sitting there pushing a button.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing you can do is increase your accuracy by not holding the button down the entire time.
Yeah, because you're not
Which
really
isn't fun.
aiming. You're not really aiming.
You're just
hitting the button.
It's not even intuitive. You're just...
Yeah.
You can do this the entire time. All that matters is your accuracy, I guess, which isn't that interesting to try and get.
Well, you just shoot when you can. You shoot when you need to, instead of just, shooting the whole time.
You don't even have to do this.
Really?
You can literally
You
just hold it. You just hold the button and it works.
Yeah, but then it goes pew pew.
No, it
pew.
doesn't. It's not
It's
not like an arcade game where tapping the button repeatedly makes it shoot faster. It is set to only shoot this amount of times this quickly.
Okay.
So you can just hold it down and shoot faster than...
Really? Interesting stuff. So anyway,
because I noticed that if I just pushed it a couple times, I'm only shooting as fast as Jack was, and he was just holding the button down the whole time.
Okay. Yeah, he was. Yeah, you were the pilot. I was the pilot. You were the engineer. I was the engineer. Whatever.
No, none of us were the engineer ever.
Oh no! What were pilot, co-pilot?
It doesn't even matter. One of you chooses which way to go, left and right. The other one,
one goes up and down. The other goes
ceiling
left and right. Yeah, it's a little weird. I wonder if you could do both, though.
No,
you can't, because somebody's got to physically be sitting there.
Yeah, and it's too far apart.
They should give you the option, though, where you do both. You can do up, down, left, right.
It just feels weird doing this.
Or just give you a stinking wheel to go like pull up and pull back.
But you know what I'm saying? It just feels weird to use both of your hands, or have one hand like this, and this is all you're doing the entire time.
Yeah.
Or this.
Yeah.
It was just so unintuitive.
Has nothing to do with the Star Wars.
Well, it does, but it does.
They did. I know, because of the rotating.
We didn't have
thing.
the technology to make this back in 2015.
Yeah. Well, they said it was like
we got
6
one frame
months,
a second.
One frame every couple of seconds or something.
Maybe.
Finally, it was like 6 months before the ride actually was getting ready to open that they finally got the technology to the point where the ride would actually work. So that was cutting it a little close. And I would hope that they keep improving on it, make it smoother, make it change it every now and then, sort of like Star Tours. Maybe change the actual mission.
Left
that you're
room
on.
for it to change, be upgraded over time at some point in the future.
Yeah, what was it? Star Tours.
It was left in a way that we could upgrade it at some point in the future.
Yeah, and then they didn't upgrade it for, let's see, it was 2010 is when they started to do the refurb of it at Disneyland. And it was quite a while. That was a good ride, though. I like the original.
The original seems more impressive
with
to
the
me.
Pee Wee Herman pilot.
The original seems more impressive from a technology standpoint than the modern version of it.
You think? Yeah, I think. Well, I get.
Well, the fact that they got the projector
projector
working,
because
and they got the animatronic working on it.
The animatronic, and then just the fact that they got the, the whole simulator thing, which was fairly new technology back then
to work properly.
With this fully enclosed thing where it's going forward, backward, leaning,
with a projector
doing all
on
this
it.
Yeah, with a giant
and now we
projector.
Just have a digital screen,
a looping projector. Anyway, watch the episode. It's fun. I haven't seen other.
It's fun for about maybe 30 minutes.
And then you don't like it. He didn't like it because it started doing the, Galaxy's Edge stuff.
Even 30 minutes is pushing it with the narrator and taking into account the narrator.
The narrator is a little annoying. Sort of like us. After about 30 minutes of us,
I get annoying myself.
We
got to end the show now, don't we?
Well, we're getting close. Yeah, because we do have, and I'll plug it right now.
Well, you better plug it.
In about 30 minutes, I will be back with my wife for the Disney couples podcast. Tonight, we're going to be talking about Beauty and the Beast. And, of course, we'll also be bringing up Gaston. He has to be part of this story. It's not just a couple this time. It's a couple plus.
It's a triangle.
Gaston.
It's a triangle.
Sort of.
Well, that's what 3 people is. Isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, well, that's what they would call it, a love triangle.
There wasn't much of a triangle going on.
Yeah, it wasn't a lot of love between Belle and
You're ruining it.
What?
I'm ruining it.
Ruining what?
We're spoiling the entire episode now.
I think everybody knows how that ended. So, but we'll be talking about that and how the Beauty and the Beast, some things that could apply to our own
Stockholm syndrome
relationships. Yes. How
I
to
know
win
exactly what I need to do now. I need to hold someone captive in our basement.
how to
for a
win
few
over
months.
how to win over women. Hold them captive.
In like a basement or something for a few months. They'll get over it.
Okay.
They'll get over it.
Okay. Monsters at Work. What do you think? You give it a thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs sideways. What do you think about Monsters at Work?
I don't know if I can even give it a thumb sideways.
You don't like it? I thought you liked it.
It's been okay.
It's been okay.
It's just I don't know what the show even wants to be. Like, I get that a show should have its own identity, but I don't even think the show knows what its own identity is yet. Monsters at Work was cute. That's one way of putting it.
It is. It's cute. I think it's cute. And
I'm not helping. You're probably right. I'm not helping whatsoever.
I'm not sure what you're not helping, though. Are you not helping about Beauty and the Beast?
Probably all of it.
Or are you not helping about Monsters at Work? Yeah, Mary thinks it was cute. Katie thinks it was cute. I think it was cute. I mean,
I don't know. We're focusing too much on the older characters to the point where the show should just be about them. But we're also focusing too much on the newer characters to the point where it should just be about them.
I mean, I think
we're not
mixing
splitting
it
our
up. They're mixing it
but
up.
we're not getting to know the new characters whatsoever, really.
I am. I think I am. I'm getting to know them. I don't know their names. I can't
exactly.
remember their
I can't
names.
remember any of their names. I can remember Henry Winkler's
Henry
character.
Winkler, the one with the big nose.
You don't even remember his name. You just remember him as Henry
He
Winkler.
just has the big schnoz.
Oh, you aren't helping. Marcus.
Oh, I'm not helping. I'm
yeah,
not
no
helping.
locking girls up.
Yeah,
please.
locking girls up is not a recommended way
No.
of winning someone over.
I can't believe we have to specify this. Does
Yes.
anyone know what comedy is anymore?
We should probably, we'll have to probably put some disclaimer or something on the Disney Couples podcast episode. We do not recommend apprehending and holding anyone hostage to try and win them over. That's a bad thing. This is yes. So, but
Does that help?
But somehow it worked for the Beast. Like you said, Stockholm syndrome. Yes. Do not, please repeat, do not cage up, lock up, dungeon, basement, anywhere, anytime, never,
for any reason whatsoever,
should you do anything
to any person
that could harm them,
no matter
in any
where you're going, who you're with,
what you're doing,
you've been with,
yes,
what you've done, or what you're going to do, ever for any reason. Okay, I think we beat a dead horse.
I think I need some spaghetti now.
What say we do?
What say we do? Okay, Michael. It's an Office thing.
I think they got it.
I think any of you have ever watched The Office, you know what we're doing.
Ties into Monsters at Work because it's almost like it's trying to be the Monsters Inc. version of The Office.
It is.
But it's also just trying to be more Monsters Inc. And it's also not trying to be the Monsters Inc. version of The Office or just more Monsters Inc. See, it's everything and it's nothing. No.
Not really dinner.
I'm not
Mary.
hungry right now.
We had a very late lunch, though. Very late lunch of some hamburgers and cheesy potatoes that we had yesterday. I was doing hamburgers and hot dogs on the grill.
Might make pizza tonight.
Pizza, you can reheat that pizza, yeah, before it goes bad.
Mhm.
Probably already is. It's probably moldy.
We've had pizza for longer than this.
Oh my goodness. So yes.
But yeah, Monsters at Work. No,
I like it. I mean, I'm
not
it's
saying
not
I
a
dislike
favorite.
it.
It's not a favorite show. It's not a favorite Disney Plus show.
it hasn't captured my attention yet.
Really? I mean, you seemed entertained by it. You even put episode 3 back on
Because you didn't see it
because
yet.
I hadn't seen it yet. And you put it back on
You hadn't seen it yet, though.
so that I could see it. And you were like making comments like, "Oh, you need to see this part of it," or, "Oh, look at what this thing or this scene."
So far, episode 3 has probably been my least favorite, though.
Really?
I mean, just the premise.
Was that that was
No, that was the
4.
Big Wazowskis.
The Big Wazowskis, yes.
Yeah, I don't even know what the Big Lebowski is. All I know is it has Jeff Bridges and money.
Yeah. It's an oldie. I don't even remember it either. It's been so long. I think maybe I saw it one time.
It's got Jeff Bridges and something about him owing people money.
Okay. See, Nevaeh was laughing at it. She was laughing at.
But who are the new characters?
I think it's got enough humor and stuff in it for kids. I think it's got some good stuff in it for adults.
But
to
who are
laugh
the
at.
new characters?
The new characters, yeah, okay. I need to learn more about them.
The show needs to tell us more about them.
Don't know their names because I just haven't really invested the brain power to
like
remember
even the
their
first
names.
episode, we don't get that much time with the new characters, which should have been the focus of it.
Like the monster one, the one that's actually sort of was supposed to be a monster and then
a
ended
scare
up,
or whatever.
Yeah, he was supposed to be a scare.
He's like the main character, and we still don't know anything about him.
He's pretty cool though. I mean, he's he's gotten into some
His
interesting
voice
situations.
doesn't match up with his body whatsoever.
That's also why it's funny.
I know.
That's why it's funny, and that's why even Sully. I mean, Sully's got these polka dots on him, and he's supposed to be a scary monster, and here he is,
Which are not pink,
yeah,
despite what some lines from movies would
whatever.
say.
Yeah, but he's got polka dots.
I
on
think that Don from Monsters University was colorblind.
Oh my goodness! But anyway, Monsters at Work, decent show. I'd watch it if I were you. I enjoy it.
But you're not them.
I'm not fully invested in it. Like I have to see it right as it comes out, kind of show.
Well, to be fair, most of the shows on Disney Plus for us the past few weeks have been like, I don't have to watch it right as it comes out.
Yeah. We've been a little slack in
The
watching.
last truly exceptional thing they put out was Luca so far.
Luca, yeah. I really
Their
enjoyed
next movie
Luca.
they're coming out with, I'm not that excited for.
Which one?
I don't know. It's either Turning Red or Enchanto. I'm just, instead of saying the Enchanto and Canto and Santo, I'm just going to say Enchant Santo.
Enchant Santo. Is it Monsanto? You going to get money for that? Are we going to get some sponsorship money from Monsanto?
They should send them to Encanto Bay where they keep the Hawkeye.
But coming out Thursday night, Friday, depending on where you're at, is the Jungle Cruise, right?
With Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. You know, saying Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson in a movie doesn't mean anything at this point. He's been in so many movies.
He pretty much
for the past 15 years, he's been in like every movie.
He pretty much just goes by
The Rock.
The Rock, or just Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
He doesn't really go by Dwayne "The Rock"
But
Johnson.
saying he's in a movie means almost nothing to me. He's been in so many movies for the past 15 years.
He has.
In fact, I think John Cena is trying to beat him.
Oh, John Cena screwed himself up, though.
You don't think The Rock's screwed himself up before?
Probably. He's probably had some PR issues.
I think he has had PR issues.
But
within the last
5 years, I think he's been.
I thought he did something at some point.
He might have. But
something
anyway,
to do with his wife or something like that.
You guys going to be going out to see the Jungle Cruise? Is that again? Is it a joint one or is it just at the?
I thought it was a joint one. Why would they release Black Widow in theaters but not this?
Yeah. Well, I mean, they did it in theaters and on Disney Plus.
Yeah, but why would they release Cruella in theaters and not this?
No, this is going to be in theaters. I know that, but is it also coming out on Disney Plus?
I thought it was. I've seen things advertised.
Is
on
it a
Disney Plus
dual?
where it's like Premier Access will be available?
Is it a Premier Access?
Which again, why do they keep picking all of what seems like their crappiest movies to be the Premier Access ones?
The plan, yes, Mary. The plan is to see it in the theater Thursday night. I think it's 6:00. is when we were looking at getting tickets for.
Here's what I'm wondering.
My wife may have already done it.
Why have all of their Pixar movies, the studio that consistently puts out their best movies, been the ones that they're just putting out there for free?
I don't know. I know Luca. I thought was Luca. They could have made money on. I thought
they could have put it in theaters, put it on Premiere Access,
and it is on both.
And I would have
Disney Plus and at theaters. We're going to try and see
after
it at
watching
the theater Thursday night.
I would have complained about
Jack wants to see it.
I would have complained about paying for Luca on Disney Plus.
I would have paid for Luca,
but after watching it, I would have been completely fine with paying for it.
Yeah, I would have been okay paying for Luca.
In fact, I still thought that you had to pay for movies for the first couple days after we watched it, and I was like, I didn't actually care. I actually cared about that. I would have paid for it.
Yeah.
But not realizing that we actually didn't pay for it because I thought we did pay for it.
But maybe that's why we liked it so much, is because we didn't have to.
But no, I'm saying the first few days after watching it, I still thought you had to pay for Luca.
Oh, really?
So for the first few days, I was like, I didn't actually mind paying for that.
Well, you didn't have to pay for anything.
But Mulan,
we paid for it.
I know, and I hated it.
Anyway, so Jungle Cruise, we're supposed to go see it, I believe, Thursday night. If my wife is watching, she can confirm. But yeah, I think 6 o'clock Thursday night.
Can neither confirm nor deny the presence of a rock here at this moment.
But we think, I'm not sure if we're seeing it at the Boardman Cinemark Theater or the one in Canton.
I don't think that's worth.
That's a Jack thing.
That's worth driving out there.
You don't think it's worth driving out there for? I mean, Jack likes getting a good dinner down in Canton every now and then. So
is Canton north of us?
Canton is south of us.
Okay, because whenever someone says up there or down there, it's confusing. Because half the time when they say up there, they actually mean somewhere south of where we are, or if someone says down there, they may actually mean somewhere north of where we are.
Well, technically it's slightly south, but not much.
So it is
mostly
actually
west,
but it is actually down there.
It's like west southwest,
but it is actually down there.
Yes, it is mostly west though. So it's
still west.
Over.
It's still west to down.
Over.
It's over down.
It's west.
It's over down there,
and then slightly down south.
It's over down there.
It's over down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or it's down over there. Who knows?
So I think we're done.
Yeah.
I think we're done. Because I got to get ready for another show in about 15 minutes. I got to start up the preview for the Disney Couples podcast and get that rolling. So anyway, if you happen to be watching us though on YouTube, which I don't know if anyone is or isn't. Yeah, we got about half and half here. If you're watching on YouTube, I tried something different here. It's supposed to do something where I think it makes a suggestion at the end of this video on YouTube, and it's supposed to then suggest the next show. Katie's there on YouTube, so
Mary's going to make a pizza too. Well, I'm not going to make a pizza. I'm going to reheat.
You start heating that pizza up. I'll probably be eating it during the next show. I'm
not making a pizza. I'm reheating pizza that we bought.
Yeah, that's fine.
Not even pizza that we bought frozen. Pizza that we bought to eat.
Yeah, and then put it in Ziploc bags and threw it in the refrigerator for another day. But anyway, yes. So if you're watching it on YouTube, just send me a message or
subscribe, something. Share,
and just let me know if it pops up for you.
Subscribe, share, comment down below.
I'm just curious. So anyway, are you ready? Are we done? Are we done? I guess. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching. We'll try and have an actual topic next week, or maybe a guest. Who knows?
There won't be enough news between now and next week. You think there's going to be enough news to have an actual topic next week?
I don't know. I think there could be.
I think we reach out to The Rock and ask him why he ruined the Jungle Cruise. That's not what I actually think.
I know.
I don't think it was his fault.
It's not what he actually thinks. Let's do this again.
There we go. That's going to be a great thing to pop up.
Keep that one. Yeah, keep that one. That's a good one.
And also,
this is satire.
And also,
what? Which one? Judge Mickey will be back at some point. Yeah, he's not with us tonight.
Yeah,
but
Judge Mickey will be back in Endgame.
Oh my God, he'll be back in Endgame. Okay, so Thanks for
No,
watching.
Judge Mikey will be back in the Multiverse of Madness,
There you go. Multiverse of Madness, Judge Mickey. Anyway, thank you for
which
watching.
is supposed to be a horror movie from what we've heard.
Yeah, I hope it's not. I hope
Because
it's
I
not.
actually like Doctor Strange.
I do too. I hope it's not a horror movie. I hope it's not too bad.
You know it's gonna be.
I hope not. Yeah.
Oh no, not Judge Mickey. We don't want that sucker back in here.
See you real soon. Yeah, that's the next show.
Didn't I bury his body?
Did you? That's satire. Please. That's satire. Okay. Thank you for watching the WDWpov live stream show.
Putting that up.
And we will have to sing you a song to get out of here. You ready?
I have to pay for my freedom.
I'm going to lock you up in a dungeon. Okay, ready?
Tying back into the next show. Hi.
See, now they're saying hi to each other as we're leaving. Okay, ready? Because they just joined on YouTube. So, okay, here we go. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. MIC, see you real soon. KY, why? Because we like ya. MOUSE. Okay, good night, everybody. Have a magical week, and we will see you next Monday night with whatever topic we can think of.